Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris. Welcome back to another episode of Road to the College World Series. This time, it's the 2021 College World Series with the real rosters. So right now, we finished the 2020 season, and we're going right into the off season. And then I'm going to sign some recruits. That's what this episode will be about as we gear up for the season. I'm excited to bring back the series. Thanks for everybody for all their support. As you can see, these are the outgoing players. And what I did was just to make sure that they were going to leave off the real roster, I made all these guys seniors so I could shuffle them out and then bring in the newcomers. Miami Hurricanes have a number of newcomers for the 2021 season. I think you guys are going to be excited to see a number of these guys. So here we go. Let's just look at how everything works in the offseason. We've got player progression. Jared Thomas is a key guy coming back. Once again, I will readjust these classifications because basically NCAA allowed all players to come back and they would, retain their eligibility. So like Jared Thomas will come back as a freshman in 2021. So I will go back and fix all these classifications. As you can see here, some interesting numbers in terms of the adjustments here. Del Castillo, a little bit better against left-handed hitters, a little worse against right-handed. Okay, so Tony Jenkins gets a big power increase. Jordan Lala coming off the ACL injury in our game last season. He missed the last, I don't know, it felt like a couple months of the season, it felt like, but he's back and healthy. Fetterman and Garland are coming back. McFarland gaining stamina, improves his changeup. So this is going to be good. McFarland's going to be our ace this year, heading into the year. Incoming players. Okay, so here's a look at the recruits. Just seeing how this works. So these guys are considered recruits, and these guys are considering Miami as well. Looking at their statuses here, and we have to determine the scholarship percent. Not everybody in college baseball gets a 100% scholarship, so we have to make sure we allot. So we got some good walk-ons here with the 70 ratings. There's a 74. I like that. And then rejected. Geary, I remember we went after him. I think he was a top 100 prospect. And Bohannon, definitely remember him. Todorov. You guys remember all these names. We didn't get any of these guys. Ryder Porter was the top priority. Best player in Florida. We did not get him. I'm looking at this list, and these guys are going to Baylor and Georgia. John Saunier, the number 2 prospect in the class. I thought he was going to go to the draft. He goes to College of Charleston. I loved it. Oh my goodness. He's an 84 overall, just being an ace at Charleston. That's crazy. I thought he was going to go to the draft because he had the draft buzz, but he did not. Moran goes to North Carolina. We missed on all of our guys. Okay, I'm looking at this list, and I already want to do things differently in recruiting. I felt like things were kind of not going the way we wanted to last year. Mike Knorr as well. He was a top 15, goes to OU. Oh my goodness. So yeah, definitely struck out big time on a lot of recruits. And it's going to be a learning experience. I'm going to be much better. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to get guys committed. I'm only going to go after like 2 or 3 guys from the beginning. And once they commit, then I'll move on to the next, rather than, because what was happening was I was recruiting 10 to 15 guys, and there's just not enough recruiting points to go around in these early seasons of a franchise dynasty. Byram, okay. Definitely. So what I'm going to do, just to give you guys a heads up, but what I want to do is, and I've been trying to plan out what to do with recruits. So obviously these are all made up names to include on the game. But what I'm going to do is, whoever I get, I'm going to get. I'm not going to adjust their ratings, but I'm just going to adjust their names to the real Hurricanes coming in. That's all I'm going to do. And basically, if I get an 84 overall like Sonia, like that's just going to be a good player for us. But if I only get like a 70, then I'm going to have to work with them, and that's just going to be our squad. A little bit more challenging. I can already feel like, because I did not do well on recruiting, but definitely I want to get this done. We're going to get the best guys we can. I want to go after these 70 overall guys. I think that'll help. And we have a really good team coming back, so I think we'll have a good season. We just need to make sure we're working towards the future. I think you guys will be excited for the real Hurricane season. Some of the big name guys, I'll get into that probably next episode after I flip all the names. But basically this one, I just want to make sure I recruit well and finish this off. And I don't think we got any commitments during the season. So McKinley was the guy that we were after, and Byram. So these were guys we were after where it says recruit and then considering. And the walk-ons here. So he doesn't request anything. See the scholarship? We have 6.1 scholarships to give. And they want a certain percent. Carroll is at 74, these guys. I think I want to just try to go after Carroll first since he's a 74 and see how this works. So no scholarship money, wants to be a walk-on. I'll just make the offer. Lance has a good rating as well. Okay, good. Okay, so they're on board. So that's good. We got 270s on board. That's good. So yeah, just definitely appreciate everybody. Last season was great. We went through the whole season, played every single game. And just to recap, we won the College World Series, finished strong. We beat Vanderbilt in the final, best 2 out of 3. He took the last 2. Kumar Rocker was the guy that we had to face. So that was a fun series to do. But it definitely got exciting towards the end with the ACC Championship, the tournament. Regional play was great. And if you guys haven't heard, Gino Damari said that Miami's going to open their season with the Gators. It's not been officially published, but he did announce that. So that's exciting. So McKinley's 90% scholarship. Well, he almost wants a full ride. He better be a really good player. Third-year starter. Let's try. See if we can do 7. I kind of want to do 70, but maybe let's just not mess with him. I'd hate to get rejected and then not be able to negotiate with him. That relief pitcher outfielder. So let's see how this works. Okay, so McKinley's on board, so that's good. So basically, you find out immediately, which is great, whether they accept it or not. So we got 3 guys on board. And we'll just go ahead and grind out the rest. Hopefully we have a good class. The way I was counting it, so last year's roster we had 25 players. And I was looking at the game, you actually get a maximum of 30, but you have 25 that are active going into a game. So I kind of want to be in that range, 25 to 30. And basically we're going to replace, we need 11 recruits to get to 25. I think it was 5 pitchers to get to our number of 10. We had 10 pitchers last year, so I'm just going to plan on keeping it the same. That worked out well. Although I might want to carry 11 this year, because last year the thing is we had really good starting pitching. And so I didn't need to go to the bullpen that often, but this time maybe I want to have more options out of the bullpen. So maybe I'll go with 11 pitchers. But as of now, 10 pitchers, so we need 5 pitchers and then 6 hitters to get to the 15 hitters. But this is good. I'm definitely excited. And I definitely want to bring back definitely hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. But hit the like button if you guys want me to bring back I definitely want to get into the season real quick. That'll be the next episode. I'm going to spend some time, flipping the names, getting the roster correct, make sure I have it all set to go. It's going to be kind of a tedious process. And I don't want to make you guys sit through that. But I definitely, we'll get right into the season. I was thinking about doing like an intra-squad game. Every year Miami has the alumni game the weekend before the season starts, where their current players play former players. Is always a lot of fun. Great. I always enjoy that. I always like going. It's been a lot of fun every year. So I'll go there. It's great seeing the former guys, talk to them, see how they're doing, getting ready for their seasons. A lot of them minor league players. So I like, talking about where they are in their progress. There's been some, talking to guys essentially the night before they head out to big league spring training, if they're not doing minor league spring training. So sometimes it's that night before, and that's always exciting as they get ready for their careers, progressing. And then also I remember there was one time, after the game, talking to Coach Morris, and he told me the starting rotation, what Miami was going to start with the opening weekend. So I thought that was it was, breaking news. I was the only reporter there that got that information. I just enjoy, you guys know why I do this series. You guys know I'm a huge fan of college baseball. So I enjoy being around the game and always enjoy covering the games. And certainly 2021 is going to be, I think everyone knew last year Miami had a shot at getting to the College World Series with starting pitching, really good hitters. And maybe there's not as much buzz yet going into this season. And that's one reason why I want to get this thing going, because I want to show you guys, based on conversations and hearing how fall practices went and the newcomers coming in. There's a lot of talent with this team. And Miami's lost a lot of guys as well. A lot of guys decided to move on, kind of reserve players, not a lot of starters. But I think that just goes to show how much talent's coming in. We'll get to all those guys. So, but right now, I'm just grinding away here. We've got to get these guys. I'm basically just trying to give the recruits what they want. Trying to get the highest rated guys as possible. Man, Todorov down there. Man, so many guys. It's just heartbreaking we didn't get these guys that we put so much time in last year. But now I know how it works. It's definitely a little trickier than the NCAA football series and the dynasty I've done with that. But we're going to figure this out. Like I said, I think these guys can get better in their careers. I'm not really worried. And it will be more of a challenge this season. I kind of went on a winning streak. It was a little bit tilted. It was kind of a little bit, I'm willing to take losses and move on and whatnot. I like a good challenge. So hopefully, or I'm looking forward to this. 50%, that's good. Okay, so we're down to 3.1 scholarships. I'd like to just obviously not have to go through all of them, but I'm making sure, kind of keeping track on how many pitchers we need and hitters as I'm going through this. I'm making tallies. Some of these guys don't have the highest rankings, but their power, I'm okay with it, like starting out as freshmen. And I need pitching to step up immediately. But the hitters I'm picking up here, there's going to be a couple openings in the starting lineup, so I don't need them to be like really impactful the first year. But if somebody can kind of step in and be solid. But once again, if you guys are here, I know you guys are big fans of the series, and if you're new to if you're new to the channel, new to this series, this is a perfect time to jump on. Certainly a lot of fun last year. I know I did a live stream last year with one of the games. Maybe I'll do that more often. And if you have any suggestions or comments, I always like seeing what you guys have to say here. Okay, I feel like we need to get Tucker on board. Looks like a solid guy. I don't need to go heavy on catcher. I just need to get one. I see a couple catchers on the board here. And I am, just kind of looking. I am kind of thinking about adding a few more pitchers because there's so many newcomers with the pitchers, and I want to make sure I have them all covered in the game because I'm not quite sure what the roles are going to be. And, kind of listening to Gino, and I'm going to have an article on the site on InsideTheU.com, but he's saying right now there's 8 pitchers competing for all 4 of the starting rotation spots. I think Mark McFarland's going to get one of those 4. I would assume he'll get a shot. But certainly last year, as a freshman highly regarded guy, he only got a few starts. I think he got 4 starts last year. All 4 of the pitchers got 4 starts for their 16 games. And it was mixed because what was going on with McFarland was they were only letting him pitch a few innings. And then right before when they were going to kind of let him go, that's kind of when the season ended. So we didn't really get to see McFarland go 5, 6, 7 innings. So while he did pitch and earn starting experience, he didn't get all the innings that you would have liked to have seen. And obviously he didn't know the season was going to get cut short, but I can definitely see why he gets essentially he's thrown back in the mix and he's coming back as a freshman. So And for us, he had a good season for our year. So that's why I'm definitely going to have him in that top rotation. Okay, utility player here. Kind of winded down a little bit. Okay, players have not agreed. Wish to continue. Let's move on. Okay, the incoming players. Okay, so they added a couple for us. Yeah, see the 14 players on our roster. That's what I said earlier, how we're going to try to get 11. So we're going to go ahead and Tucker Shalon. Yeah, I want to make sure I get these guys. There's 3 outfielders that I wanted. And then the 5 pitchers. So I remember, I'll be able to remember. It's good they have the ratings because I kind of lost track of their names, but definitely just the top 5 rated guys. Carroll was 1, and Lentz. Okay, one more guy. One more pitcher. 65, 68, Horwath. That might be, yeah, that's our best guy. Okay, so that's 25, but like I said, we can get to 30. I kind of just want to fill it up if I can. Grab some more pitchers. Let's see, make sure. There we go. They go through the school songs, the school fight songs, and you hear right here, Miami Hurricanes. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in our roster, but we just don't have as much depth in the lineup. And Freddie Zamora, I realized last year, like I felt like I was a lot better with the right-handed hitters than the left-handed guys. Although Del Castillo had a really good year. And then Terrell certainly went through ups and downs, but in terms of his hot streaks, but when he was on, he was great. And Del Castillo is a projected top 10 pick in the 2021 Major League Baseball draft. So this is his 3rd year, so he'll be ready to have a big year. And I think a big year for us too. Okay, 29 players. Let's grab one more. And really, it's not a huge advantage because I don't think, guys get suspended and injured throughout the year, but I don't think it really affected us too much in terms of did we have enough guys to go out there. But I'm okay with filling up the roster, making them inactive. And I think Miami, last time I looked, Miami had 35 players going into the season. Okay, so next move. Okay, so we got hitting coach. Okay, so our current guy's a level 0, 46 overall, and we can pick one of these 3 guys. Because this is based on we hit those goals throughout the year, if you guys remember. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to replace our coach. This guy's just a better hitting coach. Yeah, we'll hire Sanders for our hitting coach. Okay, pitching coach, same thing. We can get a 54 overall coach as opposed to a 44. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. And a fielding coach, same thing, 43. Look at that, how much difference it makes. And our fielding suffered at times last year. That's one thing, that's a goal of mine this year. I want to have less errors. Last year was ridiculous in some of these things. My timing was off, but definitely want to be better at that. Get a new trainer. This is great. Okay, so that's it. We got 4 new coaches. Yeah, let's move ahead to the off season. So that's it. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna come back with the season opening day. You guys gotta stay locked in. Be sure to like the video if you like this and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Definitely excited for the upcoming season. Thanks again.